Okay? I can't judge somebody for doing the very thing that I've had done to me and have done to others when I was younger and not as awakened as I am now. You see? Yep. I knew where I was at that time, so I can only imagine where Newt is or was at that time. One story that really stands out for me about Jesus, and I don't know how many people get this one, is when they were dragging the prostitute through the streets to stone her. And he came up into the crowd, and he bent down and he wrote something in the dirt, and he had a stone in his hand. He picked up a stone, and he said to the crowd, "Let the one without sin throw the first stone." Jesus didn't throw a stone. You see? Yet we're told all the time how without sin he is. That is only on the cross and he took the sins of the world upon him. So at this time he would have had to have been sinless. Okay? That to me is very, very powerful. Because in not throwing that stone, Jesus was standing there saying, "I'm not without sin." Because we all know our heart. We all know what we've done. And part of self-awareness and part of evolving consciousness is owning those things to ourselves. I choose to be very blatantly open about my life in hopes that people will look at me and go, "Good Lord, if she could do it, I can." You know, it's like, wow, you know, look at that. I bet I could do it because she did. You know, so it's like we know. And there are none of us who can say that we've gone through life sinless or not participating in the kind of behaviors we see out there in our world. There are none of us who can sit here and say we've never been deceitful. There are none of us who can sit here and say we've never been verbally abusive. There are none of us who can sit here and say that we have never attempted to diminish another or demean another or whatever, because when we have had those things done to us, we will at one time or another in our lives project those very things out into our environment. That is the natural state of being human. You see, we are consciousness evolving through this humanity, and we have been gifted this precious gift of humanity for a reason. If there were no challenges, if there were no errors made, then what would be the purpose of being? What would we have to evolve through? What would the challenge be for us here? If we didn't have feelings, if we didn't deny them, if we didn't get out of control with them, if we didn't come up short sometime, how would we evolve? What would the challenge be to us? The challenge is to evolve our humanity through awakening to our consciousness, to ourselves as that.